see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy...
Jack Miller returned to the Sepang track in Malaysia to continue testing the Yamaha V4 engine, which is currently the center of attention in the MotoGP paddock. After several busy months of initial development, Yamaha finally introduced the latest part, which is touted as a crucial component for faster performance in the upcoming season. Miller, now a key rider in this ambitious project, immediately maximized every session to gather as much data as possible. Since morning, Miller was seen focused on evaluating the characteristics of the new engine, which is claimed to offer a more aggressive power response while maintaining stability when exiting corners. Yamaha also introduced updates to the aero and electronic systems, which are crucial in the pursuit of higher acceleration and top speed. The sound of the new V4 engine is smoother yet more powerful, indicating significant internal revisions. In the first few laps, Miller was seen pushing the bike's limits to feel the difference in various sections of the track, especially under hard braking and fast corners. Yamaha engineers immediately gathered around the paddock upon Miller's return to the garage to provide detailed feedback on the engine's characteristics, straight-line thrust, and stability during rapid changes of direction. According to information from the paddock, the new parts Miller tested this time represent an important step in Yamaha's process towards a more competitive bike to face the upcoming MotoGP season. Miller himself appeared enthusiastic, even occasionally making positive gestures to the Yamaha crew, a sign that progress is clearly being made. This testing is believed to be just the initial stage before the final complete engine and aero package is released ahead of the next official test. However, one thing is clear: Yamaha is very serious about returning to the top, and the presence of Jack Miller as the main tester provides a significant boost to accelerate the development process. All eyes are now on how the evolution of this V4 engine will continue, and whether it can truly make Yamaha a serious threat on the track again. Here's the full news. Jack Miller returned to the Sepang circuit in Malaysia, taking part in one of the most crucial testing sessions in Yamaha's ambitious project towards a MotoGP revival. The atmosphere in the paddock was already different from the morning: busier, more serious, and full of curiosity. Yamaha arrived not just with its usual test bike, but with a series of new parts touted as crucial steps to achieve faster performance in the upcoming season. And Miller, with his aggressive style and long experience, was the rider trusted to maximize the testing. The latest generation Yamaha V4 engine, being tested this time, reportedly underwent significant internal updates. Improvements to the combustion system, revisions to the crankshaft, and improvements to the cooling system made the engine feel more powerful and stable. The engine sound also sounded more solid, as if signaling the immense power ready to be unleashed on Sepang's notoriously long and demanding straights. In the early laps, Miller immediately became aggressive, trying to understand how the bike reacted when pushed to the max. He focused on corner exit acceleration, one of Yamaha's weaknesses in recent years. With the V4 engine, Miller felt a more direct power boost, making it easier to deliver power with finer control. Yamaha also introduced the latest electronics designed to provide more stable traction, especially when tires begin to degrade. The aero system also underwent changes. Yamaha introduced a new fairing design with a sharper shape and more neatly arranged air ducts. This aerodynamic design is believed to improve the bike's stability at high speeds, while also increasing downforce during fast cornering. Miller was seen shaking his head and chuckling several times as he returned to the garage, his trademark gesture when something seemed promising. Inside the garage, the work atmosphere was intense. Data engineers immediately analyzed information from the telemetry, while Miller provided detailed feedback on the bike's response in each section of the track. He discussed how the bike is now livelier in the hand, more powerful in the mid-range, and easier to control in the long, precision-demanding corners of Sepang. Yamaha also installed various additional sensors to understand the overall characteristics of the engine, especially stability during rapid changes of direction. According to internal sources, this new part being tested has entered pre-production, and is one of the most important parts of Yamaha's 2026 roadmap. They are targeting increased top speed, stronger acceleration and sharper handling, something that has been a major stumbling block when competing with other V4 bikes. Miller's presence as a tester is a significant asset, given his aggressive riding style, well suited to uncovering the bike's technical weaknesses early on. This test is expected to be just the beginning. Yamaha will bring a series of other parts to the next session, including a new swing arm, additional aero components, and a revised gearbox designed specifically for the V4 engine's characteristics. However, Miller's initial impressions today are enough to have many in the paddock wondering, has Yamaha finally found the right path to become a major contender again? If this progress continues, it's not impossible that Yamaha will emerge as one of the most dangerous teams in MotoGP next season. And it all starts today, from Sepang, from a V4 prototype bike, and from the hands of Jack Miller, who is smiling broadly again after a long wait for a truly adrenaline-pumping bike. Amidst the increasingly heated atmosphere in the MotoGP paddock ahead of a new engine era, Jack Miller has once again become the center of attention. The Pramac Yamaha rider quietly appeared at the Sepang International Circuit in Malaysia to continue intensive testing of Yamaha's V4 engine, a major project that is slowly but surely beginning to change the future direction of the Iwata-based manufacturer. Miller's presence at this private test session was no ordinary test. Yamaha is believed to be bringing its third-generation V4 engine package, a move that signals their seriousness in breaking away from the inline-4 engine that has defined their brand for decades. The decision to summon Jack Miller to this private test also symbolizes the importance of feedback from an aggressive and experienced rider on a V4 configured motorcycle. Since morning, the pit area has been busy, but strictly confidential. Curtains have been drawn tightly, media are not permitted near, and any leaked photos are immediately hunted down by the technical team. However, several internal sources have leaked that Yamaha is carrying 3 different engine specifications, one focused on peak power, one on acceleration response in slow corners, and one on stability at high speeds above 300 km per hour. Jack Miller completed over 60 laps in the first session, then returned for a long run in the afternoon when the asphalt temperature reached its peak. This was done to test how the new V4 engine reacted in extreme conditions, something that has always been a major challenge for Yamaha. Miller, with his characteristic riding style, appeared to be pushing the bike out of every corner, applying maximum pressure to see the limits of the bike's stability under the burden of high centrifugal force. Inside the garage, Yamaha engineers were seen taking notes on every detail Miller shared. According to leaks, Miller's feedback this time was much more positive than in the previous session at Aragon. He was reportedly surprised by the increase in mid-range power and the more aggressive torque that was now felt, 2 key elements that Yamaha had lacked for years compared to the V4 bikes from Ducati, Honda, and KTM. However, Miller also made some important observations. He mentioned that the bike still felt quite wild entering fast corners, and there was some slight instability when changing direction in the chicane. Yamaha is now focusing on tweaking the new aerodynamics that will be installed in the next test session, including 2 fairing packages that are still under wraps. One of the most interesting developments is the rumor that Yamaha is testing 2 different crankshaft configurations, one resembling a Big Bang engine, and another more closely resembling a Ducati engine. This further proves that Yamaha is truly looking to break out of its comfort zone and create a bike that can challenge the dominance of European manufacturers. Some technicians even reported that Miller made quite encouraging comments about the performance of the latest V4 engine, saying the bike is finally starting to talk like a modern competitive bike. This comment has fueled MotoGP fans' enthusiasm, and they are hoping that Yamaha will return to the front after several seasons of struggle. At the end of the session, Miller was seen smiling as he walked to the team truck, a rare sign of his bike's readiness. This smile has sparked much speculation. Is this a sign that Yamaha's V4 project is headed in the right direction? The Sepang test
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching.